Morning show. Come line with we. Morning show. Spend time with we. Morning glow. Come shine with we. Come in the line, have a seat, let's have a time. Real life topics and whatever else is on your mind. Taking the vibes, positive one of a kind. Start your day fine. Morning show. Come line with we. Morning show. Spend time with we. Morning glow. Come shine with we.
To the PREZZY REZZY morning show. Today is Monday. KK driving somewhere. Adi Sensei off camera.
What a weekend! What a weekend!
Yeah,
What a
weekend.
weekend.
Hey, I want to big up two ladies I've met yesterday. I don't forget the names, of course. I was at an event and I just hear PREZZY. You understand? Did I take a picture? I took a picture, right? I took a picture.
Yeah, you did.
I should have put it up.
You have a fan club?
You did.
You
Yeah.
dare have a fan club? What's wrong with you?
Big up all you know.
How dare
Come there
you?
with the show, and I appreciate that. I like that. I love it. What's going on? How was your weekends?
If you are what you say you are,
What?
a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here
You see that?
and the microphone
Let me see what going on in the news now.
and the telephone.
You got copyright strike for singing the people's song.
Trinidad is not a real place.
It's a Milo.
But actually, I mean,
Milo.
I laughing at how, but it's not a laughing matter. It's really serious thing going on here. And sometimes I can't help but feel just a little bit ashamed of my country and the way the rest of the world and the region might and must perceive us. We really different. I guess the front page of the Guardian speaks for itself. There's nobody out there.
That's what makes us unique.
For the wrong reasons, right? Scandal after scandal in this country, of course.
It's crazy when you watch like the Guyanese newspaper. Guyanese newspapers have some little thing.
Nah, they're bad. They're bad too.
But I watch Barbados. You don't see nothing like. Apparently, nothing happens in Barbados.
Nothing saboyous like this.
Really incendiary in their newspaper. You would swear everybody's just, kumbaya.
Yeah. Why? Why?
It just, I don't know.
Look.
What it is.
Look, you see?
What is about us that UNDP pays tribute to the Moko Jombi Master Junior Business. Okay, that was some good news, eh? Leaked Hadid Sabga audio fuels debate over privacy and surveillance. Of course it will.
As it must.
Yeah, as it must.
Must. You had all the major speakers this weekend. Gary, Rhoda Barrett, even attorney Margaret Rose. So from between Friday and now, it's just been. I thought drama is only happening Wednesdays. Hence drama Wednesdays came about. What
Who said that?
No, that's a popular theme over here.
Drama's every day, man.
Drama Wednesdays, thanks to Blaze and company, Blaze and Miles.
Big up,
Yeah, but,
please.
but drama. Oh gosh.
Big up this coach crew.
Yeah. And you know, as we were saying this morning, can you imagine what the calypsos will be like?
Or the Calypso tents, or they're gonna eat this up,
Oh,
man.
this
These
is just
Calypso men, they're gonna
fuel.
eat this up.
This is just,
I almost can't wait because the you see the funny ones. You see it like what's this guy name? Oh boy,
you have
oh
not
boy, moving
fireball,
on. No, oh gosh,
soya.
no.
I know soya will take a piece of this too.
Yeah, they go take a good job in that.
Um
I talking about Chucky.
Rankin,
Chucky
Squeezy,
going. Oh,
or
Squeezy
Chucky.
going.
Oh my word. Chucky
Chucky
gone.
going eat
Oh
this
my
up.
word. So much material.
You understand? That's it. Chucky going eat
So
this up.
material. It's crazy.
Chucky Gordon is going to eat this up.
And it
Who
ain't
is
finished
that?
yet.
What about Crocro? Where Crocro? I saw Crocro on the Corey Shepherd podcast.
Oh yeah, he's
Got a
here.
nice interview. I didn't finish watching it, but a real good
Right.
interview.
Right.
I encourage you to check it out too.
Very nice to have Croco.
Now
It'd be nice to hear from Croco, but you can't polish on him. He just out of control.
yeah, you go deal with this jet. He old school, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't
I
cover
know,
for him out.
yeah, I don't cover for him, but um, I, people,
Yeah, man.
this is fodder for a lot of calypsos that hard hitting calypsos and funny calypsos. Clear the air
Yeah.
out the tape.
What
And I
about-
mean, what does this mean for Trinidad and Tobago? I was wondering. Okay, I finally listened to the audio in its entirety, and
right.
it's like, okay, what's going on here? Who taped this? Is this a wiretap, or is it the person she was talking to taping this?
Doesn't
I do
seem
imagine she would be taping herself. So it's like, where did this audio originate? That one,
right.
and if it is the government, taping these things, why? First of all, why one? Two, who else are they taping? You understand it?
And
Because
probably continue to tape.
it's love to be said, and I'm sure it was said somewhere where they said acting on intelligence. So who else you're taping acting on intelligence, or wherever your justification for such an audio being originated? Was it, if you're doing that, who else is, or who's next?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
understand?
it's a wide. It seems to be a wide net.
And then was the leaking of the tape, or the it was leaked.
Supposedly strategic.
This strategy was this to justify the whole PDO thing. To say, well, hey, this is what this person said, so we did this. What was the? Where did the leak even come from? Where did the leak originate? Who leaked it?
I have seen better strategy in a game of rounders. And as most learned speakers of commenters have said before, over the weekend, if it was a strategy, it backfired, because you have now an almost comical reaction from the rest of the country. They have those who say, "Oh, that is it." There are others who say, "Well, that is rum shop talk." That is how people talk and express themselves, especially when they're back against when their family and so forth being according to them unfairly targeted.
And then,
So I'm not even going to try to comment on the appropriateness of that, or some of the language that we heard, right?
no,
I mean, if you have a child, you will teach your child, say those words, right?
no, some of the language is surprising. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't as incendiary as I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
But yeah, there was some language in there, some slurs and some. I don't even want to call them threats, but there was some language there that went along those lines, I would say.
I had
But
to, okay.
well, you want no, you can
I
disagree.
I had to disagree
I mean,
because it
there
depends.
wasn't a direct threat. Hey, I'm going to do this, but there was a stop short of saying an implied threat
No,
of,
well,
hey, this could go happen. Going bad 34. Good morning. I believe that Wendell. Wendell, are you going bad 34 TTT? I think yeah, that Wendell. Morning,
all right,
Wendell.
Wendell. Morning,
Um,
morning. Let me share
well,
your
stop
idea.
short of calling it a veiled threat. I don't think there was a actual threat like, hey, this is what going to happen. I'm going to do this, and this is what going to happen to you. You know what I mean? But also there was an expectation of privacy. You're on your phone, you're talking to somebody. So this conversation was only intended for the audience, which was, the other woman on the phone. And I think under that expectation of privacy, certain liberties and freedoms were taken, as we all do. You understand? Well, they don't want to hit some of my group chats and things, or they don't want to hear the kind of thing that's going in my group chats.
Well, but I like to hear is that. Hear what? In my limited time on the island of Trinidad and sometimes Tobago, I have learned that people of a certain age lose their filter.
True.
I have started to lose my filter. Some would dare say that
Started.
he lost his filter a long time ago. I started. You see, you hear you? Some would argue that people of a particular level of maturity lose their filter. They say what is on their mind, but more importantly, they say what they feel, right? And they feel, and depending on the village, the community, that portion of society, even the home that you grow up in, certain words transcend what you call being racial, and it becomes slang. It's not meaning. I'm not making an excuse for anybody, but my understanding is that sometimes we say things because it's a slang and not with the intention of being malicious. Sometimes it doesn't happen in every
With
home.
regard to slang, in the context in which for lack of a better word, slur was used.
Right.
In the context in which it was it used in the context of slang, or was it used as an epithet?
Okay, so I am making a clear separation between expressing yourself and so-called slang, as opposed to saying that something will happen, or being predictive, or something should happen,
Okay.
or that this is my intention and I am calling it into existence. I think that there is room to consider what is a prima facie case, right? Now, all of this happened under the context of, and is unfolding under the context of a SOE. We still under a state of emergency. So, what could be really construed as a threat? You and I would have gone through, you would have significantly more training than I do, but we understand a threat to be a particular combination of factors. So too, assault, common assault, and the various categories, right?
All right.
But even the attorneys and the learned minds who have appeared in social media over the weekend have said, what? Where's all of this? Did it qualify as what an ordinary person, or what was the term? does it qualify as what a reasonable, that is it, does it pass the test of reasonableness? Would a reasonable person see what has been, or
So
hear
I'm gonna
what
deal
has,
with the reasonableness standard, right?
it's still subjective, I think. I think it's still,
Yeah.
it's not,
Okay.
it's not standard.
When it comes to the threat, anything could be a threat, you know. It could be implied or otherwise.
Construed as, right,
How the person it was directed to, how you make that person feel.
correct, that's it.
So
The
who is
apprehension
to
is some
say
sort of, right,
that you make a comment about the prime minister felt away, took it as
yeah,
a threat, or the people that are in charge of her safety
hmm,
could take it as a threat, and it could be just that.
correct,
Now, when you talk about intention, again, when it comes to intention, remember this is a close conversation where this person is unaware that they're being recorded. They have a reasonable expectation of privacy. You pick up your
right,
phone, I call you, I talk to you. This
mhm,
conversation should just be between me and you. You understand?
yeah.
Now, the government, I'm sure they have rights to surreptitiously record anybody, whoever. I'm sure they do, some way,
There's a
somehow.
there is a process also raised by the commenters over the weekend. There is a process.
I would love to know what that process is.
Well, but it has to be
I don't
signed
know if
off.
it's written anywhere with the lawyers
It
with
has to
regard.
be endorsed by a judge. And that question was also raised. Was all of this actually endorsed by a judge? And there must have been reasons presented to a judge to actually initiate the
And
recording.
why
Or,
this recording? All right, if you say it had to be initiated by a judge, these things take time, right?
well, endorsed, not initiated.
Indoors,
Initiated, right.
but all right. I imagine this would take some kind of time to get it signed off on, whatever it is. But let me say it was done overnight.
Okay.
This is the only recording you make?
Kabi.
Yeah, it cannot be. So why
Kabi.
this particular recording? And if this is the worst of it, I don't think if this is the worst of it, I don't think.
Yeah, what would a reasonable person do? And I mean, how is this out there in the public domain? But I come back to my original point.
When that's
We,
some,
as we
it's
get
something we have.
older,
It's called freedom of speech. Seems
by
like this
you,
administration is trying to remove that right. Well,
across by you is freedom of speech. Over here,
I don't ever remember. No, I'm not an expert in Trinidad and Tobago law. I don't think freedom of speech is one of the freedoms that was outlined by the Constitution.
Constitution. I have a copy.
Somebody, can you educate us on that?
No, you know what? I ain't even going to pretend to know. I will check. I have a copy of the Constitution.
Hey, good old Google. Hey,
I don't trust Google all the time, but I hear you. And then even under a state of emergency, there are certain rights and freedoms that are suspended. Right? So it gets a little complicated, but without complicating it, I am sure we have an old aunt or uncle who will just say what on their mind.
You see, I was wrong. Freedom of expression and freedom of the press are protected by the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Section 4 of the Constitution specifically guarantees fundamental human rights, including freedom of thought and expression, the right to express political views, and freedom of the press. Freedom of thought and expression, listed under Section 4 as a fundamental human right for all individuals. Freedom of the press, recognized under Section 4K, to ensure the freedom from censorship and restraint of publication. Political views explicitly protects the right to join political parties and voice political opinions.
Right. And how does that compare with the U.S.? It's different.
But it shouldn't even compare or contrast. The U.S. is the U.S. Trinidad and Tobago is Trinidad and Tobago.
But
You
we're not
understand?
comparing apples to apples, no pun
But
intended.
I think what it is, a lot of our programming comes from the US. So people think,
Our programming comes from the US, right? But our constitution is shaped after the English legal system.
English system, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of I always say, even up here, a lot of our sense of right and wrong comes from TV.
That's
You
right.
understand?
The
And a lot
movies.
of what we think things like policing is, or what we think government should be,
Yeah.
comes from the TV. We think,
Fiction.
probably think,
Fiction.
so
Yeah. So Prez,
we
go
might
ahead.
really think that the government is being a type of way. Maybe they're not. Maybe this is really within the scope of. Yeah, and one thing I know enough to know that when it comes to safety, when it comes
Mhm.
to safety, sometimes you have to do things that may seem a little bit off or unconventional, and sometimes you can't explain your actions, or you can't let the cat out of the bag all the time. So now
Immediately, yeah.
a lot is left up to public opinion and speculation, and they will look away. So, you know, being devil's advocate, or just in on the side of the government is that, hey, maybe it have other things to this that they can't let out or haven't let out yet. That could
Yeah.
probably shed some more light on this.
Correct.
Lonzo,
One
you know,
answer.
Morning, guys. Morning, morning.
yes,
It's it's
Morning, K.
it's crazy. But surely, Prezi, KK Alonso, you all have that one or two mature relative who is just talk their mind. I I
yeah.
know I know my dad, for instance, is one of them people who's just tell you. Well,
JV
I
the God
mean,
morning.
he used to be like that. He don't be so much
JV
like that now. He has holy tongue now. You know, they will tell you
the
exactly what's
screws.
going on.
Things JV the God of screws. Morning, morning, morning. Um, okay, but where do we draw the line now? If you
No,
remember, and not to bring another kind of thing situation to this, but what was the guy named Joshua Samaru?
yeah,
His father would have made a statement to a reporter or something in publication, and I believe it was in the spirit of him being hurt, for his son. Because if anybody were to kill your family, or bring that kind of pain to you, you will feel away. You will feel away. And
hmm
I still think it was very unresponsible of whoever decided to publish what he said, for them to publish it, because that's a
right.
really human moment that this man lash out and say what he had to say, right? And um, where do you draw that line with, okay, understanding that, okay, this man don't really intend to carry this out, he just talking out of he.
And does he have the means to do it either?
You understand? But that's the thing. But now, when you put that into publication, now they have no choice but to investigate it. They have no choice but to maybe detain him for a couple hours, a couple days, a couple whatever, and go through the whole rigmarole of, okay, let we see if he really intend to carry this out, or is he just talking? It's just so. So I think with the Hadids, could it with this audio coming up now? Yeah, threats are never okay, but it's like, okay, these people said things. Maybe they have the means to do things. They're very affluent people. Maybe that's what raised the threat level, and this is what they had to do. I don't know. Like I said, everything is
We
speculation.
don't know. We don't know. Yeah,
Everything is speculation
we really don't
at
know.
this point. But some things, I guess for us, it might seem less than or not as important, or
Right.
not as pressing, but obviously they don't feel the same way.
Yeah. So the thing go, and it continues.
So the badness
Um,
go.
and of course, people have the speakers have aligned it with a type of political prosecution, and people being targeted because of their political or their presumed political affiliation. I mean, these things happening out there. I don't like to dwell too much into the politics. I like to look at the human side of things, and my mind goes to one, the people around me who just talk their mind like that, and two, I wonder what recordings it have out there that the common folk might not want John Public to know that they say so. Whether it is in work, in private, in public,
Uh-huh.
in a maxi taxi, somebody get a bad drive, you're driving on the road. I mean, what else do we say
So,
as human beings?
and because I think in it, and it has smarter people out there than me, and sharper people out there than me. I know somebody said this already, but I will say, or I will ask this question. My question is now: if you have the means to wiretap people, and you're acting on certain intelligence or whatever, is this being used in instances where I know this person is a a reputed gang member,
Mm.
and let me surveil this person for a period of time and see where you're up to. Um, are we using it like that? Um, but this is the weird space now. The government come in now. We can't, as the government, they can't put that out to you there because that will be counterproductive.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's not forget something called the separation of powers doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
The people who create the law cannot be the same persons who arrest people or prosecute people. It cannot. It has to be separate.
Separate
I can't create a law in
and
the
then
interest
enforce it.
in the interest of transparency as well. I can't both create a law and then come back and say, well, all right, I just create the law, you lock up, you lock up, you look. It doesn't work like that in healthy societies, if I dare say so. Right? And this is also the argument of some of the more learned commenters.
I
Have
guess,
we have
um,
we missed the mark?
from a policing standpoint, if I had the power to, um, you know, I guess I wouldn't say target people, but if again acting on intelligence, if I had prior knowledge that okay, this person could possibly be responsible for killing people or whatever it is, you use your technology, thing, whatever, you gather your information
Mm.
and you act on that, and this could, at least in my view, go a long way into saving a lot of lives.
But
So
before you act, before you get more information, there must be judicial oversight. Even on the, even in the movies, you go to a federal judge or you go to a judge or whoever, and you get them to sign off on
I
the
guess,
intention. So if that happened, maybe some judge somewhere was convinced that it was worth the
well, yeah,
energy.
yeah, you had to make your case.
It
You
has
had to,
something, right?
okay.
I, I would hate to think that even that portion of the process is questionable. I would hate to think that.
Right.
And people have hinted at that as well. What's going on here? How come one committee say release and then they come back to another SOE committee and they say no, keep them back? All of those things came, and I think one of the people I admire for for explaining it, and they don't want to be 100% correct. But I admire how Rhoda Barrett did her thing. I see this gentleman from the PNM, Simon Dinobrega,
Yeah.
also made a couple of very clear explanation statements on the issue.
So,
Um,
so essentially, the question I have for you and Alonzo: should you guys have been surveilled in the way that the Hadid was surveilled?
Me?
Based on your chat history and your comment history, how
My
long
chat.
did you get locked up for?
Can you see my halo? I am a saint.
You don't say you lose your filter. Well, we know that.
Yeah, I've lost my
I didn't know that there
filter,
was ever
but that don't mean that I lost my mind,
I
right?
didn't know that
Did,
there was
That,
ever a
did,
that
filter.
don't mean
did
that I
he
lost.
did he just say he's a saint?
I
Yeah,
am
Wow.
yeah.
losing my filter. That don't mean I
Wow.
lost my doggone mind. I mean, come
Wow.
on, come on. As according to Pastor Stewart, as an upstanding citizen in the
Remember,
society, everything have a
Alonzo,
time and a place,
Alonzo,
right?
well, Alonzo,
Pastor Stewart said it so
Alonzo,
well.
he going somewhere. Listen,
Careful. What about you? You, Mr. Crash Out.
what?
Huh? You, Mr. Crash Out.
Sir,
You?
I do
You?
not crash out, sir.
Oh, sir.
I am
Oh.
a very
For 2026,
docile, I am
how
a
many,
very, very docile person. I mellow, I cool.
put
I,
it this way.
I don't
For
crash out.
2026, how many times have you been threatened with tribunal or some sort of discipline or to see HR? How many times in 2026 has HR asked to talk to you?
Talk to me
Yes. Just on our
Twice.
work level here. How
Twice.
much?
Twice,
Oh,
twice,
oh
twice,
my
twice,
word.
twice. Only twice.
Oh my word.
365 days in a year. Only asked to see me twice. I think that's doing very good.
That's
That's what they know about.
that's twice too many.
I think that's very
Correct.
good.
Correct. And that's what they know about. If they were tapping you, right? And I'm saying this out there for the IT people and them. IT. We know you have the whole world in your hands. Like the old like the old
Somebody said,
Nigerian
I hope
the
since
gospel.
we have bail money.
IT, we know you have the whole world in your hands. But even IT does use the powers for good,
You see,
right?
since you related to Pastor Stewart, you are no saint.
I sure I went there.
Pastor Stewart.
I sure I went there. Say that. Right? Your browsing history.
Last cruise judge with us. Cruise wow, twice.
Your browsing history.
But
Your
wait,
conversations.
wait. It was twice, but it was from the same. It was from the same incident. Though.
The same incident. That had to be real. That's no better, Prezzy. That's no better. I get no comfort from that explanation. Zero. Look,
It's the same
this
incident.
much.
Not
I get this much comfort from what you just said there. You, we are human beings, and there are things that will upset us. That don't mean that we should lose our minds and say everything. But if you was to sit down behind a lie detector, if you were to take a lie detector test, if you were to take a lie detector test, you would be in trouble.
Nah, I wouldn't lie to begin with.
You,
Who
man,
lies in a lie
I
detector?
wish I had to do better, but none decide.
Come on.
Listen, let your conscience be your guide, right? And yes,
Who is this?
I stand by my statement that older folks tend to lose their filter. I don't know if it's menopause, whatever, and men go through. You see, they do better, and even men go through some sort of phase of discernment,
Midlife crisis.
midlife crisis.
Midlife
That's it.
crisis.
I too thought about getting a red car and a motorbike. Right? That's my midlife crisis to deal with.
It,
But
Screws say HR not checking for me at all in the past 10 years. Because Screws, that means you never stand up for anything.
yeah, I mean you fall for anything.
You might be a stooge.
Yeah, not screws, stooge.
Nah,
You might fall
sometimes,
for anything.
sometimes you just have to be, boy.
You have to be the voice. And so,
Sometimes you just have
so
to, you have to be an outlier sometimes. I don't like to say. Sometimes you just have to be whatever things just happen. And you just have to start, you have to make certain decisions and you have to stand on it, you know what I mean? Uh,
keep telling yourself that.
HR being wherever they want to be, wherever it is.
You know, or you should have some compassion for your HR practitioners. They don't want to call you to that meeting, They don't want to give you that warning letter,
I'm sure they do.
But that is the job, and you keep on giving them opportunities to do their job. Guys, stop giving HR the opportunity to do the job. Now, do what you have to do. Do what your contract say you're supposed to do. Act accordingly. Stop giving the national security apparatus the opportunity to follow you and to record you. Do what you're supposed to do.
I mean,
Be a saint like me. Quiet, Kiki. Just be quiet. Just be quiet, Kiki. I know. I take it. I'm telling you. Just be quiet. Just it. Be a saint like me.
when I think about it, I think
I
that's,
find
that's
I
so,
find him
that's so ironic that this man he has worked in HR, this man here. But
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah. I laugh at that too,
Stranger things have happened, but you know what?
I laugh at this too. My father had a saying. You say, who robbing this train?
Some jokes just write themselves. That's all I can say.
Who robbing this train? You could only have one person in China. Who better to know the rules than somebody who is familiar with the rule breakers? And you notice I didn't try break the rules.
Listen, that makes a lot of sense. If
I'm
you get a
familiar with it.
reform, you get a reform bad man, reform bandit, whoever it is, and they get into policing or whatever it is, security, who better than to
That's a good scene.
they know the ins and outs of this thing. So
I remember watching a Western. Who made make the best sheriff? Who's been the best sheriff? Not some bad man that they pull from somewhere else and they say, hey, hold that star on your chest.
all they're doing,
God's work.
well,
All you're doing God's work.
I had no idea that Ole had Comstat. And according to the latest Comstat data, the Prime Minister is saying that Trinidad and Tobago is becoming safer.
You better you put that
Prime
up.
Minister
Yes.
Passabis has pointed to the latest Comstat report as evidence of progress in the government's anti-crime strategy, highlighting a 15% decline in serious reported crime. These are across the board. It's not just killings and murders and stuff. In a social media post on Friday, Passabis said figures showed that Trinidad and Tobago is becoming safer under her administration's approach to tackling crime.
Is that
So said the latest TTPS data showed serious crimes. I wish I knew what exactly they consider serious crimes.
to something like this?
From 6,469 incidents between January 1st and July 20th, 2025 to 5,514 during this corresponding period this year. A reduction of 955 offenses.
So this is the part where I say, don't tell me, show me. Because the people who were in that gas station, when 3 people get put on,
one of them being an innocent bystander.
they only believe what they saw. people in Superior, they only believe what they saw. Anywhere that there has been some sort of violent or semi-violent
No, they said serious
encounter.
crime. It doesn't mean violence, not per se. Serious crime.
So, I nearly asked you for a definition of something, and I realized I had been something
You're
like
singing-
somebody else.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
stopped
You're
myself.
singing, you're
But
singing kind of,
yeah, I'd have been singing. I
yeah.
stopped myself there again. Um, it's subjective, right? Violent crime. What we call violent crime is subjective, or is there
No, they said serious crime. They didn't say violent.
serious crime? So serious to me is serious to you. We will always agree on what is
Which
serious.
is why I said, I wish I knew what they consider serious crime.
Yeah.
Like here in New York City, we have some called Dr. Box. Is the what? Seven, or some people call it the seven deadly sins or whatever. Is the seven
Wow.
felonies you could commit. What? Well,
Like
let me see.
something from the Shaolin Temple.
Yeah,
Tell
Dr.
us more.
Box. No, what Dr. Box stand for again? So it's the seven.
Special technique of shadow boxing.
God. I have thing real
Oh
soon.
yes. Oh, well, we said it before, but I thoroughly enjoy listening to Kizelle Jackson. Miss Jackson,
Yeah, because they'll need to come through on the show.
could you grant us the honor
Acronym.
of your presence one of these mornings?
Context. All right. So Dr. Box, the seven thing, right?
Right?
It's for I don't know why D is burglary. No, this is wrong. I forget what the D is. The R is robbery, B is burglary, A is arson, R rape, K kidnapping, S sexual assault. What is the D boy?
Deadbeat dads?
Nah, it had to be a felony.
Just joking. Debauchery?
Oh God, acronym.
I got
Okay.
it.
This one I was right. Deadly physical force is the
Ah,
right. I should know this. Right, it's horrible.
well,
That right.
call it a refresher.
Right. So I'm supposed to go for my refresher soon. Um. So outside of these things, I don't know what they call serious crime. Arson is not necessarily violence.
So it has the potential to
Yeah, but it's
take
not violent
life.
crime. That's
And
you know,
you name it, and I will tie it, and I will tie it, and I will show you how serious it can get.
burglary is not necessarily violence.
Not necessarily, but we have a habit in Trinidad and Tobago of calling thieves bandits,
Mhm.
and it
Just call everybody
disturbs
back.
my spirit. There's a difference between a thief and a bandit.
So where's a bandit?
In Trinidad and Tobago,
Anywhere.
the term bandit comes from somebody who is masked, bandit, bandana,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And a bandit is somebody who comes to rob you of your of your of your personal items or possessions. That's how I define it. This
Okay.
is not a dictionary I'm using here.
Rob you
Rob
your
you
person on your
yes,
person
of your person, right?
or
Right? That bandit
mm,
may also, yes, force entry, but there's an element of physicality involved. There's an element of confrontation the way I see it,
okay.
right? A thief wait until you're not home to burglarize your house.
Which is a burglar.
That's how I see it.
Okay.
Again, I'm not using any dictionary here. I could be totally off.
Because you don't have no filter.
I have no filter and I have undiagnosed Tourette's. What about that? That's a argument there. Is it different in your neck of the woods, sir?
um, we don't refer to them as bandits. Kind of have a broad brush, and
Sound like a police entrance
poops.
exam.
People are poops. You're a perpetrator.
Poop.
Whatever crime it is, so yeah, you get kind of branded a poop.
Poop.
And it's just a burglar is a burglar. Huh? A burglar is a burglar. A thief is a thief.
Was it different? I'm going to call somebody a poop today. Wait and see.
This so
That is my challenge.
please don't.
No, not on the show, but somewhere out there, somebody will give me the opportunity to call him a poop. Perpetrator. Don't be a poop.
The what do we call a thief is just a thief. Somebody who commit larceny is a thief. Now, where there's a difference between larceny and robbery. So I guess in that vein, if you rob somebody and robbing somebody don't means because they have a thing that they use incorrectly. This person robbed my house.
Yeah.
No, you could be you could get robbed from person items on your person.
Exactly.
Right? So that you would become a robber there. So
I'm gonna look it up.
what, robber or thief or burglar? If you
A
enter
bandit?
in somebody's house with the intent of committing a crime, with the intent of stealing this person's property, you're a thief.
A thief is the broader term. A bandit is a more specific kind of criminal. A thief, someone who steals property belonging to another person. The theft may be secretive and does not necessarily involve violence or confrontation. For example, someone who quietly steals a phone from a bag is a thief.
Right.
A bandit, traditionally someone who robs people using force, threats, and intimidation, often openly. Historically, bandits operate along roads or in groups, hence terms such as highway bandit or armed bandit. So I was spot on. The simplest distinction, a bandit is usually a thief, but a thief is not necessarily a bandit. Oh my God.
So, as it were, today marks the 36th year anniversary of the attempted coup in 1990.
Oh boy.
Which would be the year that KK was born.
KK. Toddlers.
KK with that baby at them time, right?
Yeah. She was in a
I
suppletion.
remember where I was when this.
I just about to ask.
Where was during the coup, Alonso?
Well, yeah, the kicks. I was actually at my grandmother's house, and my uncle, he's a big newsman. So I remember sitting down on the couch in the living room with him.
Who's your uncle, Joe Mandera?
No. I'm a newsman. No, just he liked to watch the news. In Trinidad, people.
I was like,
when Panama started, the funny TV. Yeah, he's one of them people. So I remember he put TV on, and I talked to them about something. And all of a sudden he said, hold on. And when we look, so we seen two gunmen stand up next to Dominic Calaper's side. And that's where I was when the broke. Remember back then there was no cell phone, so people didn't know what was going on. You know?
Right. So I remember exactly where I was. And it was vacation time from school, and I was down south by my grandmother's house. She was out of the country. It's just me and my uncle. But my father, because of his profession, he had the wireless radio in his vehicle. So by about 5:30 or maybe 6 o'clock, he would have contacted my uncle and say, look, something going down in town, explosions and this and that and the other. and word would have started to spread so that by 7 o'clock, everybody was near the television or in front of the TV to see what was really taking place, and that is how that evening started to unfold. Given that I was from originally from
Easy peck.
East Port of Spain, a lot more action was happening between the main road and the bus route and the highway, and I was getting that feedback as well from people.
My earliest recollection of the coup, I can't remember that I saw the thing Alonso alluded to on the news and Abu Bakr and all this stuff. I can't remember. I know I probably see it afterward. My earliest recollection of the coup is being on a basketball court, holidays, wherever we're on the court, and some soldiers pull up in a white pickup and tell me, hey, we're not supposed to be out here, whatever. I'm like, what's that one? Nah, thing, it's state of emergency, whatever. And we had to just leave.
Hmm.
That's probably my earliest recollection.
Hmm.
I
You,
I don't know.
you know
Yeah,
the full history about the coup. That's having the opportunity to interview like Dominic Calapasad and Wendell Constantine. It's a lot of things that happen. I think that we as a society really don't know some of the trauma. 'Cause a lot of people died too.
yep.
And I believe a lot of the numbers is still incorrect or not accurate, I would say. Of
Mhm.
people that passed away and some of the traumas, man, like that people from in the TC house went through. You know, even the young Muslim members, some of these guys were teenagers,
Yeah.
at the time. So I feel like a full documentary need to be really done when some of these guys still alive.
I'm surprised it's been so long. 36 years. I
Yeah.
mean, like a real comprehensive
Yeah,
documentary
very
never
comprehensive
come
documentary.
out. You know,
Th- There have been calls for a commission of inquiry, um, and I think, if memory serves me right, something was commissioned, but the end result doesn't stick in my head, which tells me that there's something going on there. Something went on there. The end result didn't actually stick in my memory. In the same way, something like something like the Scott drug report
right.
stuck with me because I was able to get a copy. I mean, as a teenager, I had my own copy of the Scott drug report. Proud moment. I mean, I was able to get into this thing and read it thanks to that. And I somehow feel that other commissions of inquiry would have been useful, particularly in the case of July 27. But that is a part of history that is long gone. Some of the players involved have long gone, and we may never really actually get some of the details, like Alonso alluded to.
And
There are a lot of things that happen that we just still don't know.
and this is my problem. And I had this in a conversation with KK earlier. Every September 11th, there's replay everything that happened. They replay, they recount, they show you the planes hitting the building, they show you from every single angle. And I truly believe that this is not really to rehash it or relive it.
Mm.
And they have a thing of never forget. And I believe that never forget is okay, this should never happen again. You understand? Because they know every angle, they know how this thing was planned, they know how this thing was done, they know what the thought process was behind certain things, they know how certain things were able to certain systems failed, what systems failed security wise and all this stuff or whatever. I don't think Trinidad and Tobago has actively done that in terms of putting the information out there and in such a way that something like this should never happen again. I don't
I,
believe
th-
it will never happen again, but
I
nothing
think one
changed done. But
yeah, I think one of the issues with that, you have to remember, oh, Abu Bakr just passed away when a year or two. So I think prior to that, I think politically, I know the right term to use, but it's a lot of mixed emotions with that. So I think it's one thing that people try to forget about, you know.
Mm. And I
But
was saying, I remember Gary Griffith some years ago was saying that if like now if they were to try something like that, like he would have been able to contain the situation in minutes, I believe, or hours or something like that. He had made some kind of I don't want to quote him, but he had made some kind of statement like that. Basically, like the way how it was done, if it was done exactly like that, no, it wouldn't fly. It wouldn't they
n-
wouldn't have, they wouldn't get
I falling for that, man, because hindsight is 2020. You know what I mean? You just say that, you know, but I'm falling for that, man, because at the time, let's be honest, that's something that shouldn't be going on. First of all, wasn't expecting that. You know,
no.
something that we're not really used to. The closest ever came to that was in the 70s, but still, nobody foresee that coming.
But okay, but the fact that it happened should make these systems better.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
understand?
agreed.
Weapons. I think one thing was weapons. I think the Muslimin had better weapons than the police of the day, or police should have better weapons now. Um, Training, things like training and thing, all that should have gotten better. It's 36 years. You had to have some kind of improvement in 36 years. And I'm not saying this. Please, nobody go and attempt this to prove me wrong or disprove me wrong. Whatever I'm saying, but you don't want to see this happen again. You don't want to. I hope it don't happen again. It's
But-
just that that's almost 40 years.
Yeah,
That's a
but
long time.
but guys, I would beg to differ as well. I from what we have seen through videos like with this guy Christmasless and others,
Mhm.
there are weapons out there that appear to be very different from what our protective services have, and
Mhm.
it is cause for concern. But if we could just take a minute, I'd like to share some of the names and the professions of the people who died. The official record says 24, but there are much more. I just have maybe 10 here. You have Leo Devines, Member of Parliament, Diego Martin Central.
Remember that name.
Roger George, Assistant Superintendent of Police. Solomon McLeod, Special Reserve Police Officer, who was the sentry at police headquarters. Lorraine Caballero, Clerical Officer. Arthur Giuseppe, Customs and Excise Officer. Malcolm Santa, Estate Police Officer. George Francis, a chauffeur. Mervyn Teague, a Government Broadcasting Union unit employee. And Helen Lavia, who was identified as a victim, but there was no reliable source of her occupation. There were at least 24 confirmed, but many, many more persons who, I guess, people took the opportunity to do their mischief and took them out. And according to President Paula May Weeks back in 2020, she said that the country was still not able to name all 24 citizens acknowledged to have died during that insurrection. And that's significant for us. Who
Yeah,
are they?
because I mean, I remember back then when they had the TNT Mirror. I don't think I remember the newspaper.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, they had articles around that same time, around after the coup, and they were showing photos of bodies laying in the street. I remember seeing this as a kid, reading newspaper. You
Yep.
see bodies,
Yep.
places that was burned down, looters getting killed, police shooting, people. I ain't saying police shooting people in the streets, but looters and police. A lot of times the looters end up at the wrong side of things. But yeah, a lot more people died than what they're saying. And like I said, back then the record keeping, as we would say, wasn't like now. So
I see they have the actual footage here of in the Red House when it happened. I was gonna show it. I ain't gonna show it.
Right. Oh, I found something we just talked about here. There is, in fact, a Commission of Inquiry report And the official account with right, the final report is enormous, more than 1,500 pages, and
Jeez.
was presented in 2014 to Parliament. So the report is available somewhere out there. I just maybe because of the size, something like the e-files. Well, maybe not close. Maybe because of the sheer size, I'm not sure people have really taken the time to peruse it, or that some of the contents are not really necessarily committed to memory. You know, you really had to go in that thing and look for what you're looking for.
But here the real question about this whole thing. Did you all get a fridge or TV or microwave?
So I do not know that. My parents are honest, hardworking people,
Hey, hey,
and
Prezi.
there was a door-to-door search.
Listen, I see people with fridge and thing on their head. And this is burned into my brain. I see people with fridge.
Yeah, you live in tongue,
Yeah.
you live in tongue
Listen,
side. You live in tongue side.
They had a what was boy standards or something somewhere over there by Peaks. I was living in Concrete at the time, so somewhere over there by Peaks, they had something. Maybe Peaks had a furniture,
A warehouse.
appliance, something going on over there at the
Right.
time. And you're seeing people walking out with these big
I hear
things.
people try to hide thing on the roof.
Yeah, I hear about that. They try
People take old furniture and put it in the back and
when the cops was going door to door
and
to see.
they burn the old furniture, put the new furniture, had no receipt for the new furniture, and therefore lost it. And ended up with nothing.
A lot of people they were able to get back something.
Well, yes, sir. Yeah, but there was a house search, and I understand. I wasn't home. I understand.
Oh,
that
I
they
didn't
came-
even know it only lasted 6 days.
Yeah, Emancipation Day. I quite ironically was the last of that. I found that ironic. Oh, let us not forget the very, very brave those famous words from the late Arthur Robinson. Attack
Who-
with full force.
Yeah, who was shot and held hostage.
Yeah, attack with full force.
Said
That
24 people killed and over 200 injured during the chaos and looting.
I don't think he gets enough.
Commissioner of the Inquiry Report formally laid.
I don't think he has been praised enough for that piece of bravery. I don't think any amount of medals, awards, could really go down to acknowledge the courage of a man
Yeah.
under those types of conditions, wounded.
Prior to that, didn't they this happened under the NER government, right?
Yes.
Didn't he used to get criticized for being kind of soft?
I don't recall.
If I
know
remember
the bad
correctly.
talk George Chambers,
Well,
but
Chambers,
E.N.R.
a
Robinson.
song about Chambers.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, I think because he was very soft spoken, he was very,
yeah,
calm.
he's a gentleman.
That I remember, gentleman,
He's a gentleman. Yeah.
And I think it used to go over as he was sort of like a pushover or something, and that piece of thing showed the real courage of the man. It's like, yeah. With a gun to his head, he said, attack with full force.
While being held hostage at the Red House in July 27, 1990, Prime Minister E.N.R. Robinson was ordered by the insurgents to tell the security forces outside to cease their attack. Instead, Robinson used the opportunity to give essentially the opposite instruction: attack with full force.
That is a proud moment, isn't it?
We are applause button.
Yeah. That makes me proud. They see that
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
Yeah.
That makes me proud to be,
That is courage under fire.
Yeah, that
I mean, don't say it enough.
Yeah, that was crazy. But
when you see the wrong thing happen, say stop that. We should speak out more. You know what? I think my Tourette's acting up. We should speak out more. When you
With
see
that.
somebody doing something wrong, say, "Hey, drop that purse, give it back."
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what? The first time I'm as a kid, I remember walking Cherry Mom. The first time I see somebody purse get snatched. And that happened so fast, eh? The lady balled out. And by look, the man like 10
Yeah,
blocks down the road, you know.
go on.
Gone,
But
you know.
I used to really hate
Yeah.
when you see when our chain gets snatched in tongue and you just see it. It's like, and it's
Yeah,
it's
I,
just
s-
so.
I saw tourists lose the camera that way.
I used to see it for carnival too.
It was near Memorial Park,
Yeah.
and she was shouting, "Stealer, stealer!" And the
Stealer.
fella passed straight right close to man. And somebody tried to trip him. Was me.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was around 17, 18. I
Tackle him,
didn't understand
man.
what was going on until after.
Sensei, you gotta tackle him,
I
man.
could have
I,
gave him a high kick,
You understand?
and I
I
can't
saw
block.
A hip toss.
I saw a video recently where some tourists got some snatch from them, and the police, it so happened the man ran into a police officer in
Uh-huh.
town. Yeah, and then the police brought back the item. But I said to myself, he getting real licks when they take him to that station.
You
He
know,
getting real licks.
I
Mm.
secretly dream of giving
Freddy,
somebody a
Freddy
clothesline.
laughing, Freddy laughing. He getting
I just
real,
beat them.
real licks, man. Like serious, man. That really embarrassing.
Hey, the things you say about police officer.
Yeah,
I don't find
yeah,
a real life TTPS police officer.
yeah.
Ask them if some of the things we grew up here in, if them things is still going, like with the draw, with the slamming of the draw. Do you all still use the draw method? I just
I know he ain't pussy. Why does do that?
No,
We get here.
we could hear.
I know he ain't.
no.
Can you hear me?
I hear everybody but him.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah.
It must be by design.
Maybe I don't want you to hear.
Must be by design.
You
Here,
know?
where
Sensi.
But
I
it's just
can't help it.
Something
What do
wrong
you
with
want?
you.
You want the truth or you want me to be nice? Make up all your mind.
I
I
want
try
the
to tell
truth. I want the
you.
truth. I want the truth and I want evidence.
I
I want
don't
the
know.
truth.
The truth is,
I
I
want the
don't
truth.
know,
I
sister.
want
I
the
don't.
truth. I want the
truth
truth.
just
Don't
might
worry.
be not nice.
You want
Yeah,
the truth.
it's not nice. Correct. Correct.
And
Correct.
the truth of it is he's not a nice guy.
Who?
Case like you drop off.
Hey, Sarah.
It might have been a wildfire.
Yeah.
Right?
So, what else happened this weekend? But I do a lot of work this weekend. I mean, is it so hard to find a proper gate man? Somebody to do some welding for me?
Lego
Is it?
man, eight man with
But yeah, good
Is
help
it
is
so
hard to
hard?
find,
eight
man.
man
No,
with some
that's a universal problem.
I regret not being exposed to a trade while in
Wait,
secondary school.
as in welding and thing? Gate
Welding
man?
and woodwork, yeah. I regret not being exposed to it. I don't know about all your St. Anthony's people, right? But I regret that.
I regret no welding because I ended up
Yeah,
in life I ended up having to buy a welding plant and learn how to weld.
Right.
it's a fair statement to make.
But I don't know if it counts, but yesterday I sat down right here and I tried to solder something together. And it came out good. It didn't work. But the soldering looked good. Um I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
What
what
else
can I
happened this weekend?
what can I sort in to put two metal together like a gate?
So yeah, no, a wire. So
Oh yeah,
electronic,
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
sort of got.
mine. All right. Yeah.
Wait, you don't know how to solder something
Yeah, I
up?
know how to do that from small. My father teach me to do that. That ain't that
Yeah.
hard.
I learned that from observation, but that is a form of
Yeah,
welding, not so. Look at you want to
yeah,
bust out
Sen-
laughing.
yeah. I mean,
Sensi. Sensi. Why you
yeah.
don't always want to experiment? Or something.
Listen, there are just some things that you had to get your hands on and try to do it to understand it. It's like Play-Doh.
Ah
You
boy.
understand the consistency of plasticine if you didn't get your hand on it. and
Exactly.
try to make a biscuit cake with it. No, you just have to get your hands on, right? Get your
Well,
hands
No, no,
dirty.
no comments. No comments.
I trying to help you in. You ask that question. Well, it's happened this
Okay.
weekend, boy. Everybody trying to be a
nothing much
superstar.
apparently. Wait, okay, everybody
The sun was everybody.
is a star.
Everybody's a star. The sun was hot no tail.
Still hot.
Complain. You
Yeah,
complain.
sun was hot. You have to watch out for that
You
Sahara.
complain.
I
If
think
it would have rained, you would have complained. Make up all your mind now.
I
I
want the
think
rain
being
right now.
Indian,
I would like the rain right now. Love it.
I think we experience what some people call Indian summer.
Huh?
I think I saw that on the news.
India.
There's
So
Piti Karim.
that's kind of weird since you all don't have a summer solstice, but carry on.
But that's how some people describe it, a period of intense heat.
Well, how long this years now people complain about the heat?
Yeah, but there's always well, not always, there's often a period, like a week, 2 week period where it is just
Yeah, a
bone
period of
dry.
I
unusually warm, dry weather that occurs in late autumn,
Autumn.
I
yeah,
think that's the aftermath of
the prior
America weather.
frost.
Yeah, the climate change is real. I don't care where your president say. Climate change is real.
So
And
what we saying? The hole in the ozone layer is right above Trinidad.
it's just over, yeah. It's right somewhere. And the earth is flat.
Ah, don't give me that. Come on, man.
I had a cousin, he was very, very adamant that
What
the
was
earth
it
is flat and they fake the moon
of
landing.
all the? Oh, okay, the moon landing I get, but of all the pictures NASA does put out, like on a daily, they literally have a live camera of the Earth from some satellite. How do you fake these things? And,
They
and
say
what
it's
would be
AI.
the point? What would be the point?
They say it's AI. I have to keep you grounded, to keep you here.
I don't understand what the point. If it's flat, if it's round, if it have what does it say? It have a dome.
It is understanding that there is the Antarctic region and then there's a wall.
Okay, the ice wall.
And that we're not supposed to go beyond the wall.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I don't
flashback there.
understand.
Yes.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
You're not
I don't
supposed
see.
to
I
go
don't see
above
the
the
point in
wall.
faking it. I don't see the point.
But okay, so we talk about people who say things off the top of their head, and people getting older. But don't you think that alien life exists among us?
They admit it already.
Right.
Well, among us,
Among us.
that would explain a lot to them,
That might explain a couple of things,
especially
right?
my job.
Especially your job.
I'm joking. Ole, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. That would explain a lot, though. Okay, I'll tell Ole. This show just take a weird turn, but I'll tell Ole why I believe alien life exists, because of the sudden jump in technology we got once cell phones and stuff got introduced. We went from this analog age and just jumped to digital. Just everything was CDs, MP3s, this, that. Everything became smaller. Everything became more compact. Cameras got better. Cameras got smaller. They could put a camera in everything. And to me, for me, that was like night and day.
Right.
I remember walking out of Globe Cinema with a brick phone, calling my mother.
The peanut phone. I had one of the peanut phones. Yeah.
Lug. And people watch me like, wow, you have a cell phone, but yo, you understand? So then the little Nokia, you play Snake on it. That wasn't too long ago in between.
I think
Yeah.
our generation has benefited, but we know what it's like. We have witnessed and experienced technology, that growth, that sudden growth from
Yeah.
the early 90s to what it is now. It happened so fast, like you said.
Look,
It's
DJing,
crazy.
Alonso. I went from records to then CDs
To
to
MP3,
then
to
MP3
cloud,
files.
then to
Yeah,
cloud.
and that,
Yeah.
and that technology changed within a 5 to 10 year period.
So
As I
it's
say,
If that.
rapid.
quick. So I believe
Uh,
there's
I,
something going on.
I do believe that we have alien life walking among us, but I think much of it is below the sea. I think much of what we think we're looking for out there
Mm,
is below the sea and hiding in plain sight.
mm.
And I think we're ready for that level of it of disclosure. But then again, we'll never be ready. I agree with you that the jumps in technology are rather suspicious. They've never been able to explain the pyramids properly, and that in the last 10 years, I've heard more about the Anunnaki than
Mm.
I've heard about Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
I've heard more about the Anunnaki than I have about a religious base. And then I am one that the older I get is the more I seek out explanations. You know, I
Truth.
try to understand things and what the real meaning is. Where's the truth?
Is the truth.
Where's the truth? And I've learned to distrust some organizations and what the man say. You know, there's Alonso. Alonso,
huh?
your speaker just rubbing on something.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I don't know. I don't know if they walk amongst us, but I know we have found a piece of technology and reverse engineered something.
yeah,
We
yeah,
understood.
that's right.
We understood
And that
how
is just what.
to apply it to everyday life.
And what about the governments that don't talk to us directly? What about those nations and those countries? Because it can't all be happening in the US. What about those countries that just not sharing what they know and what they learn with the rest of us? I mean, you figure wiretapping is the only heights right now. There are probably things happening that would shock you. You wouldn't want to talk to Suri.
So then you
You
have
know about that Suri, you know.
listen, Trinidad. One thing, and I think this mirrors me as a Trinidadian. Very innovative. We ain't short on innovation. We had things from a blimp, and we just try things. We willing to try
Yeah,
something.
so forget about the blimp.
You had a
We
blimp.
wasn't afraid to try that.
You understand? You had a blimp. You had a big radar thing, and now we have
So,
wiretaps and
so,
surveillance.
sir, whose private conversations would you want to hear? Would you want to hear?
Personally, in Trinidad and Tobago,
You don't mind being a fly on the wall.
in Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah. Who you don't mind?
Alexander, that do you want to hear?
nah,
Nah.
I would say Kizelle Jackson.
She in the top 10.
I
She's in my top 10.
in my top 10. Who's another
Mhm.
person, boy? I don't really know these government ministers like that. I don't imagine I would want to
It
hear
could be a
them.
soca artist. It could be.
All I'm saying, I'm trying to think of who. It would have to be funny for it to be worth it to me. Who I
Right.
think funny?
So who could be funny to listen to? I want to be a fly on that wall when they're making breakfast.
Yeah.
When they're making breakfast and they take two drink. On the evening and they take two drink.
Or whose conversation you want to hear? This person and this person talking to each other. Who's them
All
two?
right. I wouldn't mind listening to a
Ah,
candid conversation between your boy, Mr. Griffith,
I was gonna say Guy Griffith
and that guy.
and Philip Alexander. That
And
is
that
that
guy.
has to be my number one.
Yeah, that'll be pretty entertaining. And you probably wouldn't be able to play it on the radio. I mean, it'll be a lot of exclusive. expletives.
That would probably be
I
my number
mean,
one. You might just find out two of his partners. You don't know.
I would like to hear. I would like to hear Kizel tell Watson Duke what she really want to tell him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Who's a
I'd like
good?
to hear. I'd like.
Howard Marcus.
I ain't want to say it either. I ain't want to say it either. I think I would some,
Oh, let
some people,
behave.
you just look at some people and wonder what do you think? What is be going on inside of your head?
Behave. Please,
Yeah?
I beg and want to behave.
Oh God.
Prezi and Sensi behave for themselves.
Behave what
Are you hear me? I'm not
we
saying
just
it. I'm not saying
we
it.
just talking,
Behave.
man.
I ain't saying nothing.
We just
Say
talking
less.
you
Say
some
less.
of the
Say
time.
less. You say so much. Say less.
Right?
Is this in here?
uh,
I think it's in here. Yes, in here.
You know, it has some prominent business people as well. I'd love to hear
yeah.
what they would say if they know they could talk free.
I would love to hear Brongy mother. Brongy mother on the phone with somebody talking about you.
So
I
let
want to
me,
hear that.
so let me get a story, right?
I want to hear that.
Let me get a story. This weekend, I hear a waka outside, right?
Mm.
And it turned out that Brownie mother, Mister, was walking in front by them,
Brongy mother, mister. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But have a little piece of grass in front by me, which in the past he has cut, right?
Right.
And on this occasion, Saturday, like he cut it too. And you know, I appreciate it. I mean, he fought the vehicle at a pass in, and it's
Yes.
about, let me tell you, it's about 4 square feet of grass.
You just pay him? You
No.
give him a little something?
No, because my grass guy does cut there too.
You will kill
It's my grass to cut, not his.
You will
But he
kill
cut it. I'm thankful. And I was outside, so I came into the broom and I shoved. And he said, No. I come in to clean it. I said, No, man, I was outside already. You did so much already. My words were, after that, I don't want you to get in trouble.
Oh, Lord. Jesus.
And I know you probably chuckled to yourself.
Why?
But it had a water bottle. It had garbage in the road that I wanted to clean up as well now.
Yeah.
A cup, breeze is bloating some different. Sometimes, oh gosh, the garbage collection, the sanitation. When are you picking up garbage? If somebody bag bus, you're not obligated to clean it up. Oh gosh, man, don't let the breeze just do it. Anyway, and I clean up my little area, and I went back in between me cleaning up. She come outside. She come outside, and I just tell them I don't want you to get in trouble, because I know if left up to her, that grass stay right there. And I don't mind. My grass guy coming Wednesday, he will cut the rest of my grass. So that is my story.
Boy.
See?
Yeah.
I want
Brongy.
to get along.
That's a big one for me. I want to hear what Brongy mother had to say.
I want to get along. What she tell me? she used a phrase on me last time when she talked to me. What she said, how my behavior was my behavior was not outrageous. I'll remember the term one of these days. I said, hey,
Anyway,
using Oxford Dictionary.
going into our favorite time of the day, which is positive vibes of the day. Alonzo, I didn't get yours last time, so I started with you.
Yeah, so, sometime, man, around this time, phone be ringing.
I know.
But nevertheless, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on, clip.
All right, positive vibe of the day, Monday. Follow your instincts. Follow your instincts. You know, whatever whatever situation you're thinking of, just follow your instincts. You know, because sometimes self doubt can keep you stagnant. So just
Yes,
follow your instincts.
I like that. Follow your instincts. Follow, follow your instincts. Yeah, I'm a positive vibe. You're not too positive right now.
I'm not feeling too positive right now. Sorry.
I will take that. Um, why have I? I don't know. But, what's today? Monday. Yeah, but kind of hard to be positive on a Monday. Life is like a, I don't know, a vessel. Where you
A
put in
roller
things is where you get out of it. All right, put good things in your life, and you'll get good things coming out.
Mm,
Work all the time. Sometimes
preach, preach.
that's where you put. That's where it is, Riley. But when you go
Mm,
to the experts, and for the expert we have the Shaolin Master himself, Sensei.
mm. Well, we had an interesting discussion today about people saying exactly what's on their mind, inappropriate or otherwise. It has a little bit to do with our culture and who we are. And basically, I don't think it's something that we can really change. We can learn to be a little more sensitive about what we say, even when we think that we're saying it in private. But with that said,
Mhm.
proverb today is when the hair turns gray, the tongue stops asking for permission.
Wait, you say there's proverbs, or is
It's
that
a
all
proverb.
proverbs?
Take it as a proverb. Take it as a proverb. When the hair turns gray, the tongue stops asking for permission. Come on, you gotta like that. You gotta like that one. You had to like that one.
Well, guys, this has been another edition. The baddest morning show for the past 6 months, and we taking YouTube by storm and Facebook. Um, thank you all for joining in with us. Encourage your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them come in. Let me come in. Let me have this discussion. All right. We have a couple of guests lined up coming up.
Yeah.
I believe we might even have one this week if the stars is at our line, and you know,
No pun intended.
yeah,
Stars align.
the Jesus Christ. I go on. You see with that one?
You know that's coming.
This has
From the
been
time
another
you said,
edition of the PREZZY REZZY Morning Show.
from the time you said up on it said that they done do something.
Guys,
Philo, you had to get a disclaimer for me. You know.
is it Wednesday or Thursday? If we
Wednesday.
don't have a Wednesday show, it may be Thursday.
Maybe Tuesday.
It may be Thursday, but we will let you. We will put it out there. Check our socials. Check
Yeah.
even here on YouTube. I have to start posting these announcements on YouTube and on our TikTok page and
Remember,
WhatsApp if you're so privileged. All right.
remember that we're still in Disability Pride Month. Call a disabled friend and let them know that you appreciate them. They may be mentally challenged as well. You never know. Disability Pride Month is July. I didn't make it up. This is really a thing. All right.
That's my alarm. Time to go. Ole, we love Ole. We see
Saved
Ole
by the bell.
either Wednesday or Thursday. We go.
Bye,
Cheers.
guys.
Later.
Later.
Cheerio. Mm-hmm. Wu Tang.